Hey y'all, what's up? So, let me go ahead and start off by saying my phone has been giving me the most issues since I touched down in North Carolina. And being that I am originally from a small country town, when I got home, usually my Wi-Fi be acting a little weird. Even with my signal, it's weird too. But it just wasn't working at all. My stories weren't loading. I couldn't send work emails. I couldn't do a lot of stuff. So that's kind of where we are right now. And this is my bae over here. Say hey, Bronson.
What's up, y'all? Birthday live for the birthday queen. So y'all give it up to the queen right here.
Yeah, something light. So I wanted to pop on here today because honestly, I kid you guys not, I have not, me and him are always gonna go. He's working, doing real estate. I do IT and then of course my nutrition business. But it's been a while since we've kind of been like in one place at one time to just kind of be able to jump on here. So I was like, you know what? Let's talk to the people today about our journeys as far as us going, vegan, vegetarian, and we're actually in Charlotte right now. So we were like, let's go ahead and pull up to Clean Juice. I'm gonna get me an acai bowl because I love acai bowls, right? What's up? And I love acai bowls. And I wanted him to share his journey as far as being vegan from a male perspective, right? Because we always talk about, women and what we're doing. And I'm always talking about what I'm doing. But he, of course, is never on my live. So I wanted him to kind of share his story for how veganism looks for him. And then, of course, I'll continue to share. So let's start. What made you want to transition, B?
What made me want to transition? So
let's get this out here. Let's go.
So the real reason why I even thought to change my diet, because I used to be real picky about all my food. I used to eat a bunch of regular, like, kids menu type stuff, like chicken tenders and fries. That was my go-to. But I always, was an athlete. So for me, I'm always looking for better ways to be an athlete. And one of the winter breaks that we had from college, I went back and my cousins and I were watching documentaries, and we came across a few documentaries that were touching on the topics of, why people have cancers and also how our cancers and pretty much all health related issues are related to our diet and our lifestyles. So with that in mind, I was like, I want to not only be the best athlete that I could possibly be for my own health and for everything that I want to do, but I also want to, pass along this information to my children when I do have them. So rather than, try and learn all this stuff later in life, I was like, let me just go ahead and start practicing now, start, continuing to improve each day. And that's when I started my journey just by cutting off, like the fast food places and fried food in general. So that's where I started my journey. I ended up cutting out meat slowly. I was never eating pork anyway, so that was already out of my diet. I'd stopped eating beef, chicken, and then stopped eating fish last. But since then, I've had so much more energy. I was vegetarian even when I was playing football.
So how long have you been like this?
Since 2013 was the end of 2013 going into 2014. So 2014, I can officially say I was
about to say
vegetarian.
I was gonna say, wait, you said 2014?
Yeah, because I transferred 2013.
That makes sense because it'll be 5 years for me in January.
Yeah.
So 5 years for me, 6 for you.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you that don't know my story, man, final semester undergrad, taking 18 credit hours. Also was doing an internship, and I was working part-time. Life was crazy. And I was like, you know what? I'm not ready to fully like dive into this 100%, but I know I can start eliminating certain foods. So I did that for 6 months. I cut out beef, pork, only ate baked fish, baked chicken, fried food, fast food, sugary drinks, and I never was like a big candy person, but I did like sweets, still do, still throw down on the sweets. But I kind of limited a lot of those things for 6 months. And then one day I woke up, I was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's do this. I'm disciplined enough. I'm tired of eating baked fish and baked chicken. I feel like I can transition. And my last meal was Chipotle. Chipotle had a double chicken bowl. I put everything on it. When I say everything, and I sit there and I just savored every bite. I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to miss this at all. And honestly, there are certain things I'm going to be honest, because some people say, oh, I don't miss eating it. No, there are certain things I do miss, and the things that I have missed, I have recreated them. And one of the biggest things for me starting out was I always like sandwiches, right? Well, not always, but I was a person. I like bologna sandwiches. I'm country. Bologna, the bologna with the thick tape. Cut that bologna, fry that bologna, put some mustard, maybe a touch of mayonnaise, maybe ketchup if I'm in the mood. Toast your bread. Boom, you got a sandwich. Now, I tried to get some vegan bologna one day.
Bologna's already skipped.
Listen, it was not the same, fam. So that was trash. So for like the first couple years, I was not eating like sandwiches. I was just like, and I would go places and they would have like tomato, lettuce, and spinach or onions, and then they'll put some hummus on it and be like, hey, eat this up. And I'm just like, I don't want this soggy sandwich. So I kind of start playing with stuff, start creating, and I was able to create like a lot of the options and sandwiches that I preferred and I liked that was going to really suit my taste buds. Another thing that I just really made, I say within the last year, that I was missing was Hamburger Helper. Okay? Like, that's the simplest meal. And back in the day, you pop that Hamburger Helper out the box and you like, this about to hit. And I was kind of missing that. So I recreated that too. And my Hamburger Helper is lit.
Bomb.
Check out my website, go to my blog, and if you want to try something that's vegan, that's going to have flavor, and it's going to remind you of food that you used to eat, by all means, check out that recipe. Now, what would I say was my favorite meal? I don't know. You go first.
Well, before we go to the next topic, we got to touch on that last point.
What?
Because how you actually went vegetarian.
Oh my God, here you go.
We got to give the real story.
Yeah, the lies.
The real story to the people now.
And I'm gonna chime in because he's going to be adding all this extra stuff. I'm going to tell you right now.
When we first started dealing, right?
Oh my God.
First of all, she laid her trap on me, right? She was like, I done cooked some food back in my room. Come by, she had the little kitchen and everything. We had the suites in our dorms. And she was like, no, don't put the shades on. Let me see.
Yo.
So
I promise you I wouldn't say him
she
up.
made
I had to
some
eat
of the best food in college. And this was before we even started eating vegetarian yet.
We was eating tilapia and thought we was eating 5-star, okay?
Hey, listen. The fastest way to a man's heart is through the stomach. Y'all know that. And that's what she did. She trapped me.
I could have made some Frosted Flakes and he would have been like, ooh.
Cooked Frosted Flakes, man.
You stupid.
Anyway, but she made some great food, putting herself out there, letting her know she's a great candidate for wifey material.
Not crazy.
So basically, we started dealing more with each other, and it got to a point where hit the screen. It got to the point where we realized, after seeing a few documentaries together too, when I got back, that I had decided, I was like, I need to go vegetarian, like right away, like ASAP. No thinking about it anymore.
Didn't
I got enough evidence.
To plan or nothing.
I got enough evidence.
I'm just like, okay.
I gotta at least start it, right? So once I made that switch, I was like, listen, Lex,
This
we're
is
gonna
the
be
lives.
together.
This is the lives. This is the lives
This
coming.
is not live. I said we're gonna be together long term. You know, you gotta go vegetarian with me. You know, I'm not gonna be eating meat no more, and I can't have the future mother of my children eating all this poison either now. So I was like, look, we need to make a transition. And she's more of a planner and wanted to be able to plan things out more. So she was like, I'm gonna start at the new year. And I'm like, I don't know why you want to wait for a whole new year. You could just start now. But she wanted to start it and do it the way she wanted to do it. But at the same time, I just wanted to take that leap. Some of you out there might be able to do it cold turkey, jump right into it, like how I did. Others might want to go ahead and plan it out a little bit more. And it's not like I was perfect either. There were some things that I had to learn too. And there were times that I wanted to, have some other things that were just more convenient. But for the most part, my energies always felt better by, staying more plant-based than anything else. So even now, like I would say, being a vegan, I'm like 90% vegan because I still have honey and certain other things, like certain sweets. I still got a little sweet tooth here and there. But at the same time, I'm a whole lot more progressed as far as my eating habits now from when I was back in the day.
Your
but
story
just had
was
to clear
okay.
That up.
It was all right. It was kind of okay.
How was it different?
It was all right.
How
I
did you
give
see
you
it?
that. I mean, like, that's kind of what happened
That's
to a
exactly what
certain
happened.
degree. But I had also had a conversation with you, and I was telling you that the way that I was raised and the way that I used to eat, that is not something I want to continue to do. Honestly, I knew it wasn't going to be suitable for the lifestyle, because when I tell y'all, I used to eat like ribs, chicken, quarter legs. I could go to Walmart in the rotisseries. I would get me some lettuce salad, and I would make me a chicken salad, right? Or just eat that, get some biscuits and put it on there. Like, I could eat like meat, like consistently all the time. I even ate deer meat, right? So I ate everything, like really country. So I knew that the way that I was eating, eventually that was going to catch me. Like, I was eating tons and tons of carbs and calories. And mind you, earlier on I was working out, so it allowed me to kind of balance out. But you can't work off a bad diet. So I knew I was going to have to make changes. And it just made sense. He was transitioning. And I was just like, you know what? Let's go ahead and me jump on board. I'm looking at this stuff too, looking at this information. This is not right. I don't want to continue to consume this stuff. It's not good for my health. And then we transition. So back to my original question. What is your favorite vegan food?
Favorite vegan food?
Because I can't go.
Honestly,
Or plant-based.
It's hard to choose now because there's a lot of dishes out there now, because the Beyond Burger done changed the game. The Beyond Burger, or the Beyond Meats in general, they done changed the game.
It's good, but vegan.
It
is vegan, but not processed vegan.
So you're saying, well, then I'm gonna go with a salad then, because that's honestly the best thing that I've ever.
We're not incredibly processed. Like, Beyond is not the only thing that is good that's vegan.
I'm just saying, like, you talking about vegan dishes.
Okay, you know what? We gonna pass on him. Let's get to me.
You know what?
Because he gonna say a Beyond Burger like that's the best vegan thing you've had. Okay, so let me talk. Let me talk.
Stuff I've had, try you a Beyond Burger if you haven't yet.
I'm a sweets person, right? Everybody know that. Everybody that know me know that. But in my time of traveling, I've had some amazing vegan cheesecakes, bar none. Right? Amazing vegan cheesecakes. I've had some really good vegetarian-based lasagnas. Most are. Well, no, I'm not going to say most are, because most of them have ground beef in it, but I've had really good pastas that are vegan, vegetarian. Oh my goodness. What else can I say that I've had that is like, ice cream. Now, the So Dairy cashew milk ice cream, the texture, consistency, that one right there, that's the one. That's the one.
So ice cream you're going with for you?
Ice cream. What else? I'm not gonna say Beyond, because I mean, like, that's.
I'm talking about stuff like lasagna. Like you gotta have the meal food. You talking about desserts?
Ew,
Now, you can make just about
I
any
said
dessert vegan. You can go on Pinterest and see all the different.
But texture and consistency is hard to get when you're doing certain foods. Because that cashew, like cashew cheesecake, ew.
You just
I
don't
don't
like
like
cashews.
it. No, I love cashews. Cashews as a cheesecake base, baby. That ain't the one. So, like I said, I'm a sweets person. We've had amazing vegan cookies. Vegan cookies slap.
Best vegan cookies.
I do sauteed kale. I can make, yams that are vegan, of course, which is not really hard to do. That's easy.
The Rasta pasta.
What else do I make?
The best too. You got
that's vegan.
The pasta noodles, the green peppers, the spices, throwing a little bit of play meat with the Beyond.
I make spaghetti.
Beyond
spaghetti is real
whatever.
standard too. What else do I make that I just have to have every now and then? Oh, I make good potato salad. I make a good jackfruit chicken salad. So I can't think of everything right now, but I like and love food so much. It's hard to really pinpoint one food. So the next question is, I'm going to ask you, Bronson, then I'll go. What are some things that you notice when you transition, like with your body? Because most people's concerns, I'm going to lose weight, I'm not going to get enough protein. What physical things did you notice with your body that changed for you?
So, for me, the first thing I noticed was my energy levels. Like, when I stopped eating meat, I was going longer at practices. I was actually going ahead and just like feeling cleaner. And I know we're eating,
Girl, I'm going to have to write that down, that recipe, for sure.
Hopefully you're not eating right now. But, I mean, one of the things that I did notice was, just going to the bathroom a whole lot easier too. Passing any type of solids, that was, it just was a whole lot easier to process. You don't feel sluggish as much. Like when you eat a heavy meal, usually you feel tired, and that has to do with like the timing of when you eat too and how much you're eating,
and then your body breaking it down.
Because in addition to, being vegetarian, vegan, mainly, I also practice a daily fast where I'm fasting throughout the day. And then, I'm not eating as much. Like it's 4:20 right now and I'm having my first meal of the day. So, and I just drink water. We need more hydration than we do food throughout the day. And we could actually eat our food at the end of the day and have the same results. You're eating the same amount of calories, but you can stay alert more during the day when you have an empty stomach and you just, staying hydrated. But
now I will say this, you guys, I'm not disagreeing with what he says, but that's not something that I personally live by. I do believe in intermittent fasting, and for me, usually I'm working from like 8 to 5 most days. And what I'll do, I wake up at about 6. The first thing I do, grab water. The first 4 hours that I'm up, I'm not eating food like that. I usually drink a lot of water. By 10 o'clock, my body is ready, right? Because when you sleep at night, you lose an excessive amount of water because your body is trying to regulate. It's going through its processes. It's getting rid of things. And it's pretty much prepping you for the next day. And you already ate maybe a meal the night before. So the energy that you pretty much needed, your body is turning that food into that energy, right? So it's processing everything. So when you wake up in the morning, rather than being hungry, most people are not hungry, you're dehydrated because you've used so much water anyway by your body doing those natural processes along with your body trying to keep itself cool at night, right? So you're sweating. So the first thing you should really be doing is hydrating. I usually try to get at least 4 cups of water in before I consume food. Now, is this always the case? No, but I really try my best to drink at least those 4 cups before I eat anything. And when I do that, It gives me a boost of energy. It hydrates my brain, because when you not hydrating your brain, you have brain fog, you're dizzy, you're tired, all those types of things. So that's usually how I start my day, and that's my little intermittent fasting, right? 4 hours, and then I'm like, all right, let's go. We got breakfast, we're gonna have a little lunch piece, and then we doing dinner, right? But I also try to incorporate at the very top of my day one raw meal, right? One raw meal, so that I'm ensuring that I'm getting everything I need. Now today, I got started a little bit late on eating, so I was a little hangry, and I'm still getting my raw meal in, and then we're probably going to eat this large Thanksgiving meal that I cooked last night. I don't know.
Thanksgiving part 2.
Y'all, it wasn't even supposed to be all that. But I'm going to show y'all a picture here soon. But I made a whole spread. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be light. You know, I'm going to do this. And it turned into a whole Thanksgiving.
But you don't always do breakfast, right? You don't always do breakfast. You might do like, I usually see you eat like midday and at the end of the day.
Well, what happens is I'm usually eating when I'm at home between 10 and 12. That's usually when I have like something to eat. And that's like my breakfast. But when I'm working and I'm on the road, like when I was in California, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting like a little smoothie or something, grab something.
Oh yeah, smoothie. I don't really count that as like
it's definitely like, breakfast though.
That's like
that's how you start your day. You got nutrient-dense options.
Would be great. Yeah.
Breakfast is not my breakfast is not your traditional breakfast. Right. I'm not getting the eggs, bacon, and pancakes and all of that all the time. Now, I will, turn up here and there on the weekends and maybe a day out the week, but that's not a go-to because I know that's a lot of heavy carbs and I'm going to be tired. So, yeah, I just really wanted to pop on here really quick, you guys, share our story. And Bronson get on here, get a chance to say, hey, he been MIA, but he's still here, that's babe. But, yeah, so...
Hit me up for real estate.
Yes, he does real estate, you guys. So if you have any real estate questions or concerns or looking at properties, this is your guy for it. Yeah, and I will say this. I don't know if you guys got my... Hey, girl. I ain't seen you forever. But I don't know if you saw my live yesterday. Well, not live, but my post. I was trying to do a whole lot, but my phone was not letting me be great. But I'm going to actually drop some stuff for you guys between today and Christmas. So stay tuned. I'm going to be giving like percentages off on my courses. So if you're looking to clean up your diet, walk into the new year healthier, then I got you covered. But yeah, for today, I got to finish shopping. I'm behind. I ain't got Christmas shopping done. Like, I'm slack. But we're about to go shopping. Thank y'all all for the birthday wishes. Love you guys. And we will talk to you soon. Oh, I work at... yes. And I got to send you that recipe too, sis. I got to write it down for the potato salad. It's really easy. But yeah, I got you. I'm going to remember to do that. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.